I'm Josh Light with PoliticIt.com here in Ohio with David Macko. He's a Libertarian candidate for Congress, running for Congress in District 14. How are you doing today, David?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for meeting with us. So, David, tell us the big differences between you and your competitors in this race.
I believe in liberty, justice, and peace. Some of my competitors may believe in peace and possibly justice, but I'm the only one who believes in liberty. They're decent people, but two of them are part of the establishment parties which have been destroying the United States for 100 years. We need a change. We need to send a message. Vote Libertarian.
How has your experience prepared you for Congress?
I've been active in the Libertarian Party since 1980. I've attended all Libertarian National Conventions since 1987, except this year. I'm now the chairman of the Libertarian Party of Cuyahoga County. I'm also a member of the Central Committee of the Libertarian Party of Ohio. I've been state secretary years ago. I've also been a member of the Northeast Region Committee, including chairman. Before that, I was active in the American Party during the 1970s. I was treasurer of the American Party of Cuyahoga County and of Ohio. This is my fourth run for office. I'm what the establishment people call a perennial candidate. I don't know why that's bad. Perennials are plants that hold up under anything, heat, cold, dryness. So basically, I believe that's my experience. I've studied the Constitution of the United States, and I believe it should be interpreted as it was written.
Now, David, one of the things that you talk about in your campaign is how the United States has moved towards a police state. Why do you think that we're a police state, and how do we fix it?
On December 31st, 2011, Obama signed the National Defense Authorization Act of 2012, Sections 1021 and Sections 1022, as revised this year by Sections 1031 through 1033, authorized the President of the United States to take you or any other American without charges and without trial and imprison you for the rest of your life, as long as the endless wars are going on. We are no different from Stalin's Soviet Union, from Hitler's National Socialist Germany, or from Mao Zedong's China. This has to be repealed. We should also get rid of the Department of Homeland Security. We should repeal the Patriot Act, the most abominable act until the NDAA sections were put through. We should get rid of the whole police state, especially the TSA thugs. I also favor getting rid of the FBI and the CIA. We need to return to liberty. We need a government which will recognize the Constitution, which will uphold the Bill of Rights, not a government which treats the Constitution like a piece of toilet paper.
One of the things you talk about as well is not preventing World War III. Do you want to talk about how we prevent World War III?
We bring all of our troops home now. We sell all of our foreign bases or give them away if we have to, but I'd rather sell them. We're $16 trillion in debt. And we get rid of all of the entangling alliances we're in, and we should get the United States out of the United Nations and the United Nations out of the United States and all of the entanglements of the world government, the International Bank, the monetary funds, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, all of them. We need to return to the principles of the Founding Fathers: peace, commerce, honest friendship with all nations, entangling alliances with none.
What's wrong with our economy, and how do we fix it?
What's wrong with it is it's been destroyed by the establishment parties for 100 years. The first thing I would want to do is to pass the Liberty Amendment. Now, I know our presidential candidate, Gary Johnson, believes in the fair tax, and it would be better than what we have now, but the Liberty Amendment is a superior idea. It would require the FedGov to sell all of the land it owns unconstitutionally, 1 million square miles, almost over a quarter of the entire land area, and all of the businesses it owns which are not authorized by the Constitution. So in 3 years, you could get rid of the federal income tax, the federal gift tax, and the federal death tax. You can learn more about that at libertyamendment.org. Then we need to audit the Fed so we find out where our stolen money has gone for 100 years and sufficiently educate the American people so that we can follow the recommendation of Dr. Congressman Ron Paul and end the Fed. Replace it by honest gold and silver money. end all taxes on transactions in metals and the legal tender laws. The Fed has been pillaging and looting the American people for 100 years. Like the income tax, it was a recommendation of the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto of Karl Marx. Then we need to end all taxes and regulations on the production, distribution, and sale of all forms of energy, as well as subsidies. We need to get rid of the government, all of the harassing government agencies like the EPA and like OSHA. We need to drastically cut corporate taxes. Well, we need to drastically cut all taxes. Eventually, we should look forward to the same way we financed the government back in 1805, but strictly by small, moderate, non-manipulative type tariffs. Jefferson boasted in 1805 that unless you were a merchant in one of the seashore towns, you could go through your whole life without ever seeing a FedGov agent. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Wouldn't that be a great thing? I also believe that we must restore the right to keep and bear arms. I favor repealing all federal gun laws from Roosevelt's tax on machine guns. I am totally opposed to any new federal gun laws. They don't work. The only thing they do is leave people helpless, either to private criminals or to government criminals such as Hitler, Stalin, Mao Zedong. We need to restore the right to life. I am a pro-life libertarian. I disagree with the national platform on that instance. I support Congressman Ron Paul's bill, the Sanctity of Life bill, and I favor the repeal of the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court so this issue can go back to the states.
And how's your campaign going right now?
Oh, except for not enough money and not enough supporters, I think it's going fine.
Where can people go to learn more about you?
www.mackoforliberty.com. That's www.mackoforliberty.com.
Thanks for meeting with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. If you come by again, I'll be glad to talk with you again.